guys. So a question that I get asked sometimes from agents is, what is the value of joining a team versus being a single agent? Well, luckily I've had the privilege of being both, so I definitely know and value the difference. So it kind of depends on what your long-term plan is. Are you planning on being a career real estate agent? Is this what you plan to do full-time for the rest of your life until you retire? Or is this just something you want to do on the side? So do you have a day job and you just kind of want to sell a couple houses a year? You just want to market to your friends and family and sell a couple houses. Nothing wrong with that at all. But most likely doing that, maybe you won't need a team. Maybe you're just a single agent, you sell 3 to 4 homes a year. And that's enough, to kind of just have fun and enjoy it on the side, or maybe you only sell your own properties or something like that. But if you want to be a career real estate agent, the only way to do that is with a team. So to give you an example, as a single agent when I first started, I was working crazy hours. I'm working 7 days a week, nights and days, holidays, weekends, just super, super busy because I'm a single agent. So the only person that can get me to that sale is me. So I'm answering every single phone call that comes in, relying on my cell phone. Every sign has got only my cell phone number on it. So as you can imagine, it's pretty exhausting. And most agents do burn out in the first couple of years because of all the demand that's put on you as a single agent. You're customer service, you're also sales, you're also marketing, you're also doing cold call, prospecting, and still trying to make sure the current contracts you have close. I think the maximum that an agent can do in that kind of scenario is 4 contracts a month, which is still pretty active, pretty busy, but you're closing about 1 a week because you're constantly looking for that new business. Plus a lot of your time is spent on all of these kind of, they're just not income producing activities. So we call them the IPAs. So if you work with a team, now all of a sudden everyone has a specific role to play. Everyone has something that is a strength of theirs that may or may not be a strength of yours. So maybe you're really good talking to the customer. Maybe you're great on the one-on-one. You really understand people, you like people, you're an excellent salesperson, a high I personality. Well, then maybe you're not so good at getting the paperwork together and getting things signed and contracts and really paying attention to the little minute details. So it's really important that you have a transaction coordinator in that way. Then also, working with a team is going to give you more freedom for your time to focus on those income producing activities, and you don't have to be the expert at everything. You don't have to be the customer service and the marketing and the sales. You really can have a full team that's going to help you. It's also going to help you with, let's say you get sick. Last year I ended up in the hospital, totally unexpected, pretty young person, thought I was pretty healthy, unexpectedly ended up in the hospital. When you're a single agent, your business completely stops. You're the CEO, you're the salesperson, you're the market, you wear every name in that title. To try to run your own business. So if you're not working, if you want to take a vacation, you have 0 income coming in. So what ends up happening is a lot of people work like crazy. They don't take vacations, they don't take time off with their family because they can't afford to, because they know the minute that they do that, now they're unemployed. So it's a pretty scary place to be. Whereas with a team, you go on vacation, you have someone else help you out while you're gone. So by having that relationship with another licensed agent saying, hey, I have a couple buyers that might call me this weekend that need help getting into a couple houses. Would you help me? Would you work with me on that? Or having a team where you have a call center that answers all the phones that come in from the sign calls, so that you're not kind of attached to your cell phone. The calls are being answered and they're going to be placed into the CRM for you to follow up with the following day, maybe text them, something like that, do something differently. By having a marketing person that's going to really get good at, well, not only is marketing very expensive, but it changes all the time. So by having somebody that's very educated, knows what they're doing in the marketing world, they can stay up to date on all the changes, all the Google algorithms and things that go on. I know Facebook's making tons of changes on the way that we do marketing ads as well. So they're going to handle that for you. So if you're thinking about being a salesperson on a team, you're going to get support from other people. You're actually going to free up your time so that you can sell more houses. You can go out there and talk to more people. If you're the only person in the organization, you might only be able to have 1 or 2 appointments a day. Whereas when you're an outside sales agent on a team, you could maybe meet with 10 people a day, because that's all you're doing. You can go show houses from 9 to 9:30 for one buyer. You can have a seller presentation at 10:30. You can go for a listing. Your time is definitely freed up. So having somebody that's in the office helping to support you on the back end stuff means that you don't have to attend inspections. You don't have to attend appraisals. You're not having to write up addendums and do all those kind of things. You really want to lean on your team to do that. Being part of a team is also important because you're going to get the assistance of title attorneys and title companies that are reliable, that know how that you get paid. Really important to have the right partner there. You can either be driving across town to some title company, or you have someone right here in your own office. Is going to make a big time saving for you, Plus, if you have questions or issues and those kind of things that do tend to come up, you know who you're working with, you have someone you can rely on. Same thing with your lender. So you think about how valuable is having a lender partner. It's huge. That's the person that writes your check. If they can't get financing, you don't get paid. And there's a lot of bad ones out there. So super, super important to be part of a team, get really good at your skills, what you're supposed to be doing, what's your role on that team, and then leaning on the people that are in your office and part of your team to be able to help you so you can close more deals. It's also really valuable for keeping in touch with past clients, trying to get referrals, trying to get really good reviews online. All of that kind of support can be helped from the people in your office. So make sure you're relying on everyone as a team and utilizing all the resources that are available to you. I think it's super, super helpful. I went from being able to sell, my first couple years as a single agent, I was closing 20 to 30 homes a year, working like a crazy person, like I said. By the time I was able to hire my first 2 employees to help me on my team, I was able to double in sales that very next year. So by utilizing a team, we sold over 100 homes last year. I never could have done that by myself. So sometimes we kind of start thinking, instead of thinking team, we think about what's good for me, what's in it for me, what's the best for me, instead of thinking more long-term. So I think it's important to decide if it's going to be a career for you, having that team, being able to go on vacation and not have your business stop. Being able to retire at some point by having some residual income models put into place. All of those things are really important for your long-term goals. So make sure you have those written out and you know what you're working towards as well. Thanks, guys.